struggle with negativity in your life, I want to tell you a story. This story isn't about people, it's about a scorpion and a frog. One day there was a scorpion and he decided that he wanted a change of scenery. So he set out on a journey across the forest. He wanted to get to a certain part of the forest, but unfortunately there was a river blocking his path. And obviously, being a scorpion, he couldn't swim. He looked around to try and figure out how to get across the river, and then he noticed a frog just sitting there quietly by the river's edge. The scorpion approached the frog and asked him if he would kindly take him across the river. The frog was naturally hesitant, as he was afraid that he'd be stung by the scorpion. However, the scorpion assured the frog that if he helped him across the river, he wouldn't harm him. The scorpion even said, "If I sting you, we'd both drown, so why would I do that?" The frog was kind and chose to believe in the goodness of others. He also believed that the scorpion wouldn't sacrifice his own life too. So the frog agreed, the scorpion climbed onto his back and he began carrying him across the river. He felt good about his decision to help the scorpion. Then suddenly, only halfway across the river, the scorpion stuck its stinger right into the back of the frog. The pain was excruciating for the frog as he felt his body going numb from the scorpion's poison. He started to drown, and with his final breath, he turned to the scorpion and said, "You assured me that you would not sting me, so why did you do it?" To which the scorpion replied, "I'm a scorpion, it's my nature."
The moral of this story is to understand the true nature of those that surround us. People rarely change their basic nature. We enter into all sorts of relationships with people who, by their very nature, may not be suited to be in our lives. We get into friendships with people who aren't suited to be good friends. We get into romantic relationships with people who aren't suited to be with us. We get into toxic professional relationships with people who aren't suited to work with us. We need to stop rationalising situations for people who are not suited to be in our lives, especially when they're acting solely in the best interests of themselves. We can learn a lesson from the frog. Don't take on more in your life by expecting someone else to change. If there are toxic people in your life who constantly make you feel miserable, tear you down rather than lift you up, who create cycles of drama, it's time to question that relationship, and it might be affecting you more than you know. In our lifetime, we will come across many sources of negativity. We see it in school, we see it at work, we see it in public, we even see it in our relationships, we see it on TV. Conflict is natural, and some things can be minor and basic. But how do we begin to decipher when enough is enough? Even if you're a very positive person, negative people can have a devastating effect on your life. They will strip you of the happiness you deserve. They will move you further away from your personal goals and ruin your dreams. They will make you doubt the infinite and amazing potential that is within you. To identify toxic people, there are various signs that you can look for. Signs of a toxic person are: number 1, they make you constantly unhappy. If you leave situations with them always feeling drained, it may be time to say goodbye. Number 2, they always play the victim. They never take credit for their shortcomings or mistakes. They blame everyone around them and always play the victim. Many people like this tend to lash out angrily due to a lack of emotional intelligence. Number 3, bring out the worst in you. If someone is constantly bringing out the worst in you, you cannot be your best self. Number 4, lowers your high standards. Toxic relationships can cause us to slowly begin accepting what was once not acceptable to us in another time in our lives. Number 5, they need attention constantly. People who demand your attention constantly and don't believe in you having any time to yourself are selfish. It is your life and you deserve to do the things that make you happy. Number 6, they make demands on you but aren't willing to change themselves. Relationships are supposed to be about give and take. If they aren't willing to compromise, they aren't mature enough to be in your life. Though it may be challenging to remove negative people from your life, it may be the only way to live your very best life and be truly happy. After all, you're worth it.